So this song is a song that I wrote way back, like 5 years ago or so. And it's a song that was included in my previous EP that I never properly released. And for this song, back in the time, I arranged it for sax, for strings, for drums, for bass. And when I made this previous EP, I attempted to do everything myself. I was studying, so it was a bit also a challenge to see how far could I get on my own, let's say. I did work with a recording engineer, with a mixing engineer, but on the level of, let's say, arrangements and production, that was on me. So I was very proud how it turned out, the EP, in a way, at the beginning especially, because I realized I could make my songs and arrange my songs, and I felt I could work on my own tracks. And looking back, it was a very important step in the direction of being able to work on my own music. Normally before, when I did stuff, when I recorded stuff, I always needed to go to a producer, and kind of the result will be up to the producer that I choose. That always bothered me, because I could vaguely hear what I wanted to do, but I couldn't do it, and I couldn't explain it to somebody. And even if I could explain it, that doesn't mean the person's gonna be able to do exactly what I want. So I always felt I need to get better in order to be able to make my own music. That's why I decided to go to school to learn. That EP was good on the level of what I worked on, but the production aspect and other things were not so on point. The lyrics of my songs were not so good and things like that. But it gave me a lot of awareness of my process and of how I was doing things. And it was a perfect thing to do in order to be able to do the music that I'm doing now. And the thing why I'm telling all this is because Sucking Up Dust was included in that EP, another version of it. And listening to this EP with Tobie, who helped me produce and mixed the songs, he told me, like, there is something in this song. There is something, I think we should work on it. And I always liked this song. So we used all the things that we recorded already for that song. We recorded a string quartet from friends of mine from the conservatory. Jordi Geuens recorded drums. Erik Rademakers recorded bass. Eelke Mastebroek recorded guitars. Jef Neve, who is a big pianist here in Belgium, recorded piano. And Lennert Baers recorded tenor saxophone. So there was a lot of things recorded that I invested a lot of money to make happen. So it's nice that we could take all that and to bring it to the next level, on the level of production that was lacking in the previous EP. So we worked on it. I rewrote the lyrics of the song. I rewrote the melodies of the song. The melody transformed into something else. The outro of the song changed. Before was an instrumental. I think I managed to keep the essence of why I wrote that song, but to elevate it. When I wrote that song, I imagined like a pile of empty diaries. So you open a diary, you read, but you want to read, but you don't see anything because the diaries are empty. And those are all the stories that didn't get to be written because they didn't get to be lived or experienced because of fear. So it's like I didn't dare to say that I like this girl, or I didn't dare to go for something that I wanted, or I didn't dare to speak my mind when I needed to. So all those decisions based on fear created these empty diaries of the stories that never happened because of fear. And fear is a common theme in my life that I worked and I keep working on. I really thought about what I want to say with this song. The essence was still there, but how do I want to tell this story? And I imagined this majestic house, this big majestic mansion, and this character that lived there, going through different rooms. And I got really into understanding what is the meaning of dreaming with certain rooms when we are sleeping. And it seems that every room of a house have to do with a different, let's say, area of life a bit. I don't know how to say it better, but for example, the bedroom has to do with your personal relationships. The living room, if something happens there, maybe it's a message about how we are dealing with people in general. If we are dreaming with the basement, it's maybe the unconscious. So I took this inspiration. I wrote the story about this character going through this house. This house symbolizes him in a way. And I told the story a bit of how I felt a couple of years prior when I was living in Buenos Aires in Argentina. Back then, for 2 years, I was working as an actor in a series directed to mostly teenagers, I would say. It was an amazing experience, an amazing opportunity, but at the same time, it was very, very painful in different ways. I learned a lot during that time, and I tried in this song to tell this story of this character going through these different rooms, dealing with situations that are metaphors of what I lived during that time. So yeah, that was the whole process of recycling this song. I'm really happy with the results. I really feel when I put the old version and the new version after the other, it's a major difference on several levels. And I'm really proud. Helped me to process these emotions and memories. And I think I healed a lot of wounds that I got from that period. So this was the story of how Stacking Up Dust happened, and I hope to see you soon.